Greetings, this is August 31st at 1 p.m. and we are looking at the Beto Tree webcam looking west over Sheridan Lake, and we can see much haze and some plumes in the distance. This is the view on the Google KML yesterday evening, looking at the infrared that was developing on the eastern side of those flanks, being pushed by a western wind, and now we are looking at it today. Now, in the earlier video we showed the NRC data, and it had infrared hotspots displaying on the western shores of Sheridan Lake. This system is not. This is the VIRS on the Google KML. And we can see this major new activity. Those are the red hotspots. Those are the most recent. We're going to move to an eastern position. We're looking due west, and you can see that flow that wants to head up that valley line through the forested pockets to the southwestern side of Sheridan Lake. Now we're going to spin around to the southeast side of this fire flank, and we're looking to the northwest. And you can see Pressy Lake. Not a lot of new activity there. There are those existing fire pockets, but the area around Pressy Lake is actually looking quite clear. However, we are seeing some expansion on top of Mount Jim, and I am concerned with this northwestern airflow that we're having, that doesn't come back down the hill in unburnt forested areas or finds fresh fuel. Now we've moved above Highway 97. We are looking eastwards. We're at the southwest end of Green Lake and looking over Hutchison Lake, and you can see there are a few new red spots northeastwards of Hutchison Lake, but nothing really new directly around the lake. There will be some hot spots within those fire pockets. That's lower center of your screen, and there is no expansion towards Green Lake from the southwest side. We're going to move back over to the other side. Now we're looking at Young Lake, and I do see some new infrared on the south side of the lake. However, these are within existing older infrared pockets, and there's not much showing on the fringe areas of this older infrared. It's all kind of contained within areas that are already displaying. Let's move a little bit southwest. Now we're overlooking Loon Lake, looking to the northeast, and I'm not seeing anything new within 2 to 3 kilometers of Loon Lake. That's very good. I am seeing 1 or 2 outliers on the hill. That's between Brigade Creek or 3400 Road and the pipeline. You may also be seeing 1 or 2 flare-ups on top of the hill to the southeast, and those look quite isolated, and the largest one is encircled by older infrared, so that is quite likely being dealt with. We're going to travel a little bit more south. This is Hihium. We are looking from the southwest towards the northeast, and I'm seeing most of the new infrared on the southeast and northeast side of that fire flank. So this gives us a very good indication of how the wind swung around from the southwest and made its way over to the northwest and pushed all the new hotspots over to the eastern edge of that flank. So yes, it has made a fair bit of expansion to the northeast, but a lot of those hotspots are older. We are watching those new ones on the fringe, on the eastern edge of that fire flank. So we'll take a quick overview of the northern flank. Here you can see that expansion. It has not moved closer to Highway 24 as displayed on infrared, and it has not moved further westward. Where it is going is due east. And we can see that same motion on top of Mount Jim, south of Nolan Lake. It's being duplicated. All the movement is towards the east, northeast, and that's where the new activity is. And I'm very happy to say that no further movement northwards towards Jack Frost Lake or Fawn Lake. However, we are looking at dots on a screen. Their position may be off, and I don't have eyes on the ground here. You want to go to the official maps and perimeter updates to see exactly where the wildfire is. What we can do is interpret the data, but there is a time delay. These updates only come every couple of hours, and then there's processing time to get it onto the screen. So you want to verify with multiple sources of information. We have jumped over to Windy, and we're looking at the area around Watch Lake, Sheridan Lake, 9 kilometers an hour coming from the northwest, and it looks fairly steady. There may be some gusting depending on your proximity to a lake. There is 7 kilometers an hour coming from the northwest down at Hihium. This could be pushing a lot of that fire activity back on itself, and crews may also be making strategic burns, eliminating fuel to prevent spread back if there is a wind shift. Here's an overview of the area, and you can see there's this trough out by Williams Lake where there's virtually no breeze, and then it comes up and heads towards Lone Butte and picks up speed and starts heading from the northwest down to the southeast. Depending on your position within the Elephant Hill wildfire perimeter, it could be coming from the northwest, the west, the southwest. It all depends on those valleys and where the ridges and the plateaus are. So expect variation, but primarily coming from the west. However, tonight we could get a wind shift again. So what I'm seeing based on the infrared being displayed at 12 noon is that anywhere eastwards of this fire perimeter, you want to have your position verified, you want to have your escape route planned, and you want to have your resources together. So keep your nose to the wind, and as they say in bear language, if you need to, be prepared to book it.